What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, the Great DNA. World Tier 5 around the corner. I figured I've been a little bit behind on the hype train, so I decided to bring to you my assault rifle build that I use in PvP, and it also translates pretty well over to PvE. So without further ado, let's just take a look at 22,362,000 with almost 34 damage on a single bullet. This is with a P416. So this is what I have going on. Yeah, I know, it's not a WIDS build. There's a lot of tankier people out here, but at the same time, unless you're really life stealing with that vector, you're squishy no matter what. You see two NPCs flank you, I don't care what build you're wearing. If you don't burst them down quickly, you're dying quickly. So I actually find that this is a good balance for me, and it definitely gets the job done. So I'm starting off with my custom P416 G3. Now, it came with a pretty low damage roll, but it has a talent that I really want on it, Ranger, which is every 5 meters you are from the target grants 2% weapon damage. It has a leg roll on it for the 10% rate of fire, and it also has Wask Elite, which is a toss away. For my mods, I have the 12% crit chance sight, the hollow sight, with minus 10% headshot damage. I'm rocking a 5.56 extended mag, and I'm also rocking the 10% laser pointer, which takes away stability. My muzzle slot right now is empty because for some reason I can no longer get blueprints from control points. I have 58 mods. I haven't gotten them all. I have every flash hider except the 5.56, and the game will not give me one. So I figured neither one of these are really anything that I really want. Like stability, you don't really need on ARs. It's really easy to beam in this game. Optimal range, I already have Ranger on the gun. How much more optimal range do I need? So I'm still doing damage. The further you are away from me, the better I'll be able to beam you. I've even gotten snipers with this. So it is what it is. My secondary, I'm running the Chatterbox just for the proc. Or just to use it on trash mobs in the Dark Zone or in PvE when I want to conserve some ammo from my primary weapon. I'm just trying to get Blabbermouth to proc as much as I can. As my sidearm, I'm running a double barrel sawed-off. Now this one has eyeless, optimal range, and in rhythm. Now I'm actually going to change in rhythm off to stop, drop, and roll, which I have on this M45. While equipped, rolling removes burning, bleed, and poison status effects. Can occur once every 60 seconds. Works great if you get hit by a grenade, flame grenade, or an NPC spams you with an effect. You get that right off you. So going into the gear, I have 3 pieces Providence on right now. Now I'm wondering if I should switch my Providence for y'all, which I just received like 4 or 5 pieces, and I'm still playing with it. This is not God roll like everybody else's gear is not God roll yet. Everything can be improved. So this is just my blueprint. So the Providence, as everybody knows, the brand set bonuses are 10% skill power, 8% health, 5% weapon damage. My attributes are 2% critical hit chance and 7,004 health. I have 20% explosive damage, which I really wish I could get something better on the mask, like maybe the hazard protection, but I'll play around with it. I don't have a talent on the mask. That's fine by me. I could always switch out that other mask, which is almost identical to this one, which has 2% critical hit chance and 6,300 health with health on kill. But the way my build works, I don't really run heals right now, and until the vector meta is done, I'm not going to be running heals, and I'll explain to you why as we get in. I have a Fenris chest piece, because these are some of the best chest pieces you can get in the game. It gives me my 10% assault rifle damage. My attributes are 8,900 health, 7.5% critical hit chance, and 6% weapon damage. I have Berserk on here. Berserk is probably the best damage talent you can get in the game, maybe other than Strained if you meet the requirements, which this build does not. This is not a build that is going to be able to unlock Strained or Optimist. As you can see, I have 11 offensive mods or attributes. So I've opted to go a different way. I also have Hardened on here. Utilities slot. My mods, I just threw in a little skill power. The main thing I'm looking for is that 4% reload speed that you see. My holster. I'm using it for the attributes more than anything else, but that 5% accuracy Douglas and Harden gives you is not bad either. I have 21.5% crit damage on it, and surgical, which gives me an extra 8% critical hit chance. I have another utility mod. This one also gives me a little bit of skill power. Once again, I'm only interested in the reload speed so I can get back into the fight a little bit faster. My backpack is a Providence backpack. Attributes on this are 54-44 bonus armor, 8% critical hit damage, and 4% weapon damage. Now, I can't unlock Safeguard with this build either, and I can't unlock Patience. I've opted to go a different way. I'm using Efficient. Using an armor kit has a 50% chance to not consume the armor kit. I tell you, I have not popped armor kits at all like the way I've started popping them ever since I started using this build, and I don't really miss the heals. Because the way my build synergizes, I don't really find myself needing to heal much, and the way that most of these heals go, like if you have a chem launcher, it's a negligible heal. If you're getting pushed and you pop a little chem launcher and get 7 or 8 health bars back, it's not going to save you unless you're putting out some crazy damage. I have an offensive system mod slot in here with 2.5% weapon damage and 1% damage to armor. I just want to melt you just a little bit faster. There's also armor regeneration on here, even though I don't think armor regeneration is really a good talent because it kind of seems like the passive Alpha Bridge talent with 100% health regen doesn't proc while you're in combat, so it's almost useless. I have Providence gloves here. These Providence gloves, I could probably get a different pair that has a higher attribute for assault rifle damage and only assault rifle damage, but for now, I'll let it rock with 6% assault rifle damage and 4% SMG damage. I actually thought I had another pair that had a very high roll, but apparently I don't know me. Maybe it's a mustache. Devastating is also on this glove for 5% weapon damage, and you can see a trend here. I'm stacking a lot of reds. To finish things off, I have One Piece Wyvern Wear, which has the 7% crit damage bonus. I have 4.5% critical hit chance on it. And I have Cloaked. When your armor is depleted, nearby enemy skills are disrupted for 10 seconds. Can occur once every half a minute. This is good if somebody is bursting you down and they have a defender drone or they have a shield. As soon as you lose your armor, I don't have the sustain, I don't have a lifesteal build, but I do have a lot of damage. And if you lose your little protection, a good chance I can melt you. I don't even need crits on this build in order to do damage. But you know what? I have crits on this build anyway. Offensive Protocol mod slot is on here with 2.5% weapon damage, 2% optimal range, and 1.5% headshot damage. Now let me go over to my skills. Right now, like as of currently, I'm running a Crusader Ballistic Shield, which I absolutely hated, and a Defender Drone. But I was running with a Defender Drone and a Chem Launcher, a Fixer Drone and a Chem Launcher, and I tried a lot of different combinations, and while they did do justice, I noticed that when you're fighting against Victor builds that want to get right in your face, they come right out of your optimum range. Your critical strike range is 10 meters to 45 meters. These suckers will get right in your face. They're like a mosquito. They want to bite you right away. So one thing with this is, this right here, I don't use the shield immediately in a fight. The drone I may pop right away, just to get closer distance. But if I start to get melted, I will pull out my shield mid-fight and continue firing. The way my damage is set up with this weapon, I don't even need to crit to do tons of damage. I even have another custom P416 that actually is a little bit better set up for close range fights, which has, damn, I have a lot of P416s. Breadbasket and Allegro. The base damage is actually a little bit higher, also at 17.5k instead of 17.2. Now, if I was getting checkpoint camp, let's say by 4 vectors, I would put this one on, come outside and go crazy. But that's not really what I'm going for. I like having a little bit of distance. When you close the gap, I can pull out my last resort to help. And until they do some kind of nerfing, either with clutch or with a vector, I don't know what they're going to do. Something is probably going to change. It's too early in the game's life cycle for a meta like this to pop up and be a little bit too crazy. I'm just going to run like this. So going to my stat sheet. No reds. No reds. Everything's unlocked. And here we go. 17,191% weapon damage. 44% critical hit chance, 62% critical hit damage. Now this is where not being able to get the Flash Hider sucks. I could have got that up to 82% critical hit damage. And apparently tier 3 control points don't give me blueprints anymore. They haven't for days. I only have 58 out of 77. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe the game said I got enough. I don't know. I only have 46% headshot damage, but I can work with that. 26 range, 2.2 seconds reload time, a 6% reload speed bonus, -10 on my accuracy and stability, which you don't really notice much when you know how to beam. You get used to your weapon handling. It's not really a big deal. Weapon handling I don't have a bonus for. I'm rocking 25% all weapons damage bonus along with 31% assault rifle damage bonus, so I have a ton of base damage even without critting. So I find that to be fun. I do have a couple of other weapon bonuses which I don't really use, like 4% the SMG. Like I'll use it on NPCs and that's it. A shotgun, I'm thinking of maybe playing with a shotgun on this build if I could just get Sweet Dreams to drop. I keep running DCD headquarters, cannot get this sucker to drop. Maybe my RNG will change today. So I have the 170,871 armor, 46,395 health. I'm squishy, but most people are. Skill power is not really pertinent. So yeah, that's pretty much the build I have. As you can see right here, when I first started the video, I just automatically go in on a target and hit over 1,000,000 DPS, which is hilarious. Now it'll vary depending on the amount of crits you hit. You see I only got 460,000 there. I get 600,000 over here. I got over 1,000,000 for a second. It went down to 706,000 now. I've been able to get this thing as low as like 300,000 and as high as 1.5 million. I'm trying to get the target up close to proc. Now, this is 5 meters away. I can't crit at this distance. Does it really matter? Look at my damage. 542,000. Now, that's outside of my crit range. So, hey. You add some headshots to the mix, which a little bit further down the field is actually a little bit harder to do with my lack of accuracy. There it goes again. I'm getting almost 1,500 or 1,500,000 damage. I've actually gotten this sucker up to 1,700,000 before with all headshots beaming in the back with Ranger and everything. But as you can see, this is absolutely bananas as far as DPS goes. It's been melting people. I've been getting messages asking what the hell am I using? What the hell is going on? I guess that means something is going right. So for now, let me cut you off to some gameplay. This is your boy, The Great DNA. Appreciate you stopping by. Leave a like, leave a subscribe if you haven't already. Pass the word on. Have a good one. Did he get you? Oh my. Get beam, Jay.
I wonder why that he would even try to extract over here, knowing that all these people.
You got Cameron over here. Take that vector builder, shove it up your ass. One out, two out. Wait, do they have the same name? I'm so confused.
Enemy patrol detected.
Ah, booted.
You booted? What? Why is there an NPC right here?
You got one behind you.
There's always one behind.
So stinky.
Ran out of air.
Because I felt like if we
Get cooked! And don't get picked up either. And you too, get cooked! You're behind cover, aren't you? Now look at that, they get beamed every time, and then his fucking teammates come in. What a surprise. Like, come on. Ay, ay, ay. I don't even fucking know. Don't pick me up, just do your thing.
I'm dying from a fucking drone, bro. I try to get rid of that motherfucker off my fucking friends list.
They're downstairs, by the way, not upstairs.
I know.
Yo, keep pushing, if anything. I popped a many. And a grenade.
I'm down.
I got a grenade out.
He down. I'm down.
Let's go.
Marking lander mark. Contaminated gear.